Pitch of the game is a strike call. Underway on time at 7:05 and a comfortable 69 degrees at game time tonight. Pagan takes outside from Kevin Correa. Boy, great live coverage. The pregame ceremonies honoring Hall of Famer Rickey Henderson. Don't worry, we'll have more with Rickey throughout the telecast tonight.
I'm sure he's going to have plenty to talk about. Kind of looking forward to hearing about Cooperstown and that whole experience.
2-1 to Pagan. Towards left center field. He has a base hit. Venable cutting it off, and that's the way this one begins. Pagan singles to left center. Here's the Mets lineup for Jerry Manuel tonight. Cora batting in the 2-hole, then right. Murphy in the cleanup spot. Francura in right. Sullivan in left. Tatis playing second base with Schneider catching and Perez the pitcher.
Kevin Correa on the mound, 7-9, and that record is really deceiving. He's pitched a whole lot. To me, he's pitched a whole lot better than that. Seems like every time he goes out there, he gives the Padres a quality start.
As a Padre fan, you like your chances when you got Correa on the mound this year.
Yeah, you do. You really do.
Here's a strike to Alex Cora, the shortstop. And with the departure of Godin, Correa is the only active Padre over 100 innings pitched. He's 125 and 2/3 innings pitched to lead the staff. Oh, 1. Pagan on the move, and Blanco fires, and the first out of the game. Nope, ball came out of the glove of Cabrera. Second base umpire Randy Marsh ready to call out Pagan, and then the ball squirted out.
Well, Blanco comes out of the chute, and the throw is on the first base side, and you see that Cabrera tagged him right in the face, and the ball comes out of the glove. And they're giving Cabrera an error on that, and that's no error. Okay, I was going to say that would have been a tough error.
So caught stealing E6. The guy charged with a caught stealing, but he's out at second with nobody out. Well, you don't see that very often.
That's a difficult call, and it might be one of those that they talk about because the throw went up on the first base side at second. Cabrera had to step in to get in, and as soon as he caught it, Pagan's face was right there, and his face knocked the ball out of the glove.
Foul pass first.
Blanco's throw goes on the first base side of second, and Pagan's face knocks this ball right out of his glove. And Randy Marsh didn't see that ball come out right away. He called him out, and once he calls him out, now you kind of have to give somebody an error on that.
Foul back. So just by the actions of Randy Marsh, by the physical act of saying out, the official scorer feels like an error needs to be assessed.
That's correct. A lot of times you see a ground ball to third, ground ball to short, and a bang play at first. If he calls him out and something happens and then he calls him safe, usually there's going to be an error charge.
Breaking ball just missing that outside corner.
Now watch Randy Marsh. He's going to call him out, see the baseball come out, and then call him safe. And usually when that happens, there's going to be an E attached somewhere.
Softly to the right side, and Adrian makes the shovel to Correa, getting Cora, but Pagan over to third. The San Diego defense tonight. Headley, Venable, and Blanks in the outfield. Venable making his 6th start in center field. Primarily has been a starter in right field. Junior getting the night off from the starting lineup with the lefty Perez in the lineup. The way Venable's power totals have added up over the last week, I guess Bud Felt wanted to keep Will's bat in there.
Yep. And the way he's swinging a bat.
David Wright. 326 average. One of the top handful in the National League. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, now Correa's going to try to make a pitch, try to get a strikeout here, a pop-up. Infield's back, conceding the run. A ground ball in the middle of the diamond is going to get the run in for the Mets.
Wright's had a lot of success against Correa, 6 for 8 in his career, and that breaking ball up and in. Wright has hit a couple of home runs against Correa as well, career-wise. Kevin out of the full windup. Foul down the right field side.
Back-to-back breaking balls there. He threw one that kind of got away from him, but he came right back with a pretty good one. In the middle of the plate, though. But you see Wright just trying to put that ball in play. Fouls it off.
Look over at Pagan at third. The 1-2 pitch. Wright belts it into right center field. And there's a base hit to give the Mets the lead. Pagan scoring, 1-0 New York. 55th run batted in for David Wright.
David Wright did what he normally does. He usually drives that ball to right center field. And after a couple of breaking balls, he got a fastball middle of the plate. And he just kind of fought it off into right center field for a base hit.
That's cleanup hitter is first baseman Daniel Murphy. Couple hits last night for Murphy. So it's the Mets that score first tonight.
In this situation, can't forget about David Wright over there because he can steal a base.
Yeah, he has swiped 23 this year.
I think that might surprise some people.
I think it does for sure. He's top 5 in the National League in steals. He had 15 all of last year. But 2 years ago, David Wright had a career-high 34 stolen bases. So it's not completely out of character for him to steal some bags. But it's in the air to left center field. Chase now coming in. And the second out and back to first goes Wright. But he's not a name, David Wright, you immediately think of when you think of the top 5 stolen base guys in the National League.
Yeah, well, you think of David Wright, you think of a guy who's going to hit you 25, 30 home runs, drive in 100 runs. And this year, not hitting with as much power. So,
how much of that is the new ballpark, though, Citi
That's
Field?
a good question. When I think of him, I think of a guy who's, looking to drive the ball the other way, not necessarily looking to pull. And yeah, you guys have been to Citi Field. I've only seen it on TV. Looks like a big place.
Yes.
But right center field was where a lot of his action went, and
that's a big
little
part
bit
of
bigger,
that
yeah.
ballpark, which is big in general, and that's a big part of the big ballpark. Strike to Jeff Francoeur.
And the other factor to add to that is, no Carlos Beltran in front, no Carlos Delgado behind. So, when you play the Mets, that's the guy you're not going to let beat you is David Wright.
Strike 2 to Francoeur. Beltran, Delgado, Bain, Vieve, Jose Reyes, Billy Wagner puts the list as a long one for the Mets.
Gary Sheffield has a sore hamstring.
Active but ailing. Way high. Run in here in the top of the first for the Mets. Leadoff base hit by Pagan. Scored on a David Wright base hit. Now the 1-2 to Jeff Francoeur. .92-mile-per-hour fastball is high. .22 pitches here so far in the first from Kevin Correa. Back is right. And because of the official scoring decision, caught stealing E6, this is an unearned run right now.
Yeah, well.
Not that that's much consolation for
Correa.
Correa.
You know what? I'm sure he would have liked to have made a better pitch to Wright.
There goes Wright. And into left center field. Wright takes the turn. He'll go to third, and the Mets are going to have runners at the corners with 2 outs. Francoeur with a base hit. Third single of the inning for New York. It's going to bring Darren Balsley out.
Correa was trying to keep the fastball away from Francoeur. Let's see exactly where this was. Wright gets a pretty good jump. And it is out over the plate. And he lines it up the middle for a base hit.
Now 2 on 2 outs for left fielder Corey Sullivan. Sullivan used as a pinch hitter last night and was successful, 1 for 1. Check swing. Late appeal asked for, denied by Angel Hernandez at third.
That's a pretty good pitch. Sullivan's one of those guys you got to keep honest.
Two and 0. In the dirt, and it bounces past Blanco, and in comes David Wright. A wild pitch brings in the second run of the inning for the Mets.
Blanco tried to keep this ball in front. It went straight up in the air, and he tried to backhand that ball, and he wasn't quite sure exactly where it was. And David Wright comes in and scored a second run.
A 4-pitch walk to Corey Sullivan. Correa now up to 27 pitches. And facing the 7th spot of the batting order, Fernando Tatis playing second base tonight for the Mets. Tatis has been very versatile. Which came up as a third baseman, but has started at first, second, and left field. Has also appeared at shortstop and right field. That's when you have as many injuries as the Mets has had. You need somebody to fill a lot of vacancies.
You need a little versatility. And Tatis has provided that. And tonight it's at second base. He played left field last night. Again, Correa jumped ahead 0-2. Just doesn't seem like he has a good feel right now for that breaking ball.
Blocked by Blanco. Two runs in here in the New York first. 2 on, 2 outs. And a 2-2 count on Fernando Tatis.
Well, got that breaking ball in the strike zone, and Tatis had pretty good swing at that last one. Fouled it off.
Tatis started in left field last night and had 2 hits and knocked in a run. Goes up after it and fouls it back.
Correa trying to figure out, okay, how do I get this guy out? He's thrown him a breaking ball. He fouled it off and went with some high cheddar. And he fouls that off.
Another fastball fouled off by Tatis.
Fastball in, fouled that off.
And Correa now at 34 pitches. Another 2-2 to Tatis to third, and the force out there with Cruz stepping on for a 35-pitch top half of the first for Correa. The Mets scored twice, and the Padres coming up. Right with Venable in center, Blanco catching, and Correa hitting ninth. Left-hander Oliver Perez pitching for New York.
And you see the numbers, 2 and 3, ERA of over 7. You know, the column to really look at is 48 innings, 48 and 2/3 innings pitched, 47 walks. And so that stat alone tells you that offensively tonight, patience. Make him throw you strikes. Now, Oliver Perez is a strikeout pitcher. He's got good stuff. He throws hard. You know, he's going to mix in, fastball's going to be in the low 90s. Good slider, good changeup. But the question will be, is he going to be able to pound the strike zone?
27-year-old Oliver Perez, 6'3", 205-pounder. Strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Switch hitting Everett Cabrera. Batting nearly 300 from the right side, 298 versus 258 left-handed. It's a strike, 1-2. On base of 347 for Everett. The one home run, which came at Cincinnati.
It's hard to believe. Oliver Perez, remember him as a 17-year-old youngster pitching in the Padre organization. Fireballer. I mean, he fit fastballs in the mid-90s.
Off speed, and Cabrera strikes out. Oh, when you think leadoff, you think Ricky Henderson. The walk record, one that he owns, the major league record for walks. On April 25th of 2001, he broke Babe Ruth's all-time walk record as Jose Mesa issued him his 2063rd career walk. We'll have a chance to visit with Ricky a little later on tonight. There's not a lot of silence around Ricky.
No. No.
It's always usually a conversation, and usually a very entertaining and lively one.
And that's why he was unbelievable in the clubhouse. That's why he was, a lot of fun to be around. He played the game hard. He worked hard at his craft.
Back with a fly ball to shallow center. Pagan called off. Actually, it's the shortstop, Cora, who makes the catch. 2 away. The Mets defense tonight brought to you by SD Storage, where $1 moves you in. Go to SDStorage.com to find a store near you today. They have Sullivan, Pagan, and Cora in the outfield. And you look at the total number of errors, 66, and .983 fielding percentage, 10th best in the National League. Two outs for Adrian Gonzalez.
Perez has that little pause as he turns his body and starts to go to home plate, and that's just try to help him to keep that ball in the strike zone. And I talked in the open, and right now he's averaging almost 8.5 walks per 9 innings, and that's really an unbelievable stat right there.
Just walking that many pretty much answers how you would have an ERA of 7 right there. Besides giving up hits or extra base hits, and when you start walking, a guy an inning.
Absolutely. You're giving the offense an opportunity to put a run on the board without having to swing the bat. And the Mets invested a 3-year deal in Perez. And he's only 27 years old.
It's Adrian to chase one down. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's a good breaking ball. And when you have a guy who, a little bit having some control issues, to be able to throw that breaking ball and throw it for a strike, that's going to help a lot.
Fouled off Adrian in the batter's box. You mentioned remembering him. Perez was your last couple of years. He was an A-ball with the Padres.
He was A-ball. And we had a trip in spring training where we went down to Mexico, and he started that game. And he threw 7 innings. He was great. I think he was 18 then. And I mean, he was bringing it.
Henry gets jabbed. Pop up shallow left center, and coming on, caught by the left fielder Corey Sullivan. Well, it almost found the Bermuda Triangle out there, but Henry flies to left, and the Padres go down in order.
Friday home game.
Yeah, there's one after the game tonight. If you can't get out of here tonight, the next one Friday, August 21st, day after the game for a Friday fireworks presented by Padres Banking at Bank of America. Catcher Brian Snyder takes a curveball for strike one. 8-9-1 batters for New York in the second. Two runs in the first for New York. RBI single for David Wright. And then Wright eventually scored from third on a wild pitch. A 35-pitch first inning for Correa.
Wow. Outstanding barehanded backhand catch down the left field line. With caught the ball, held on to the beverage. Check out the backhand. See the backhand? He backhanded with one hand. That's a nice effort right there. Caught it like he had a glove on his hand, and he didn't. It was a bare hand.
Got it. Up and away to Schneider, and it's a full count.
You know, it's a great catch when they replay it on Diamond Vision.
He just took a curtain call from the fans there.
That was outstanding. Yeah.
And taking pictures. Got him swinging. Well, the first strikeout for Correa, getting Schneider to begin the top of the second.
Well, challenges him with the fastball. Oh, no, that might have been a cutter or, let's see, a little bit. No, that's a slider. A slider. Stayed up.
Pitcher Oliver Perez. First pitch hacking right back to the hill and snagged by Correa. Ball had a little sizzle to it. Yeah, Correa able to grab it.
Oliver Perez could handle the bat a little bit. And that ball was running away from him, stayed with it. One hopper back to him. And this is really what Kevin needs, is a low pitch in it.
Yeah,
right
one
now.
pitch out, even if it was the opposing
even
pitcher.
if it's the pitcher, yeah. After 35 pitches in the first inning. he could use a quick inning.
Top of the order, Angel Pagan. He led off the game with a base hit. Then in stealing second, a bizarre play with nobody out. All went off the glove of Cabrera. Here it is in the face of Pagan. Knocked the ball out, and the error was charged to Cabrera. And instead of getting the first out, Pagan was at second and eventually scored the game's first run.
Yeah, not only did the ball hit him, but Cabrera slammed the bill of his cap right into his forehead. And that's the chance you take when you go head first in the second base.
A 4-pitch walk to Pagan with 2 outs. Correa's second walk. Still kind of looks, though, Tony, like Kevin's trying to feel his way here early.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he has his best stuff tonight, but he's still trying to figure out what he's going to do to get hitters out.
The shortstop Alex Cora slugs one to straightaway center field, but Venable is tasked to move a few feet. Better inning for Correa, who needed only 12 pitches. The Mets lead 1. Who's leading off? San Diego second, 2-0 New York. First pitch outside. Here's the Hall of Fame Cavs, part of the Hall of Fame weekend. Ricky tonight.
Yep.
Dick Williams tomorrow.
Another pregame ceremony tomorrow.
We've got you busy this weekend.
Yeah, Hall of Famers are in the house.
Couple of hits last night. And there's Ricky Henderson. We'll have a chance to visit with Ricky a little later on. Hope you had a chance to see the How to Do the pregame show tonight, which had live coverage of the pregame ceremony honoring Hall of Famer Ricky Henderson. With Ricky's pregame speech. 3-0 strike from Perez. Sharply foul past third.
Kuzma off, got ahead in the count. Waited him out, 3-0, took one. We're in 3-1. Got a ball that he was right on, but pulled it foul.
Three and 0 to now a 3-2 pitch.
Three-two breaking ball there by Oliver Perez too. So early on, at least, he's shown that he feels like he can throw 2 pitches for a strike. Kuzma takes a good swing, fouls it off.
Jammed it with that fastball, and Kuz strikes out. Second K for Perez.
He just challenged him inside. He put it in a good spot. Fastball in on the inner half of the plate.
Left fielder Chase Headley. The first pitch strike. And so far tonight, it's Perez who's come out finding the strike zone, and Correa the guy who's.
And you know the Padres got the scouting report. Hey, you want to be patient tonight, make him throw strikes, and he's coming out and pounding the strike zone again. Fastball for a strike.
But how quickly, Tony, can the scouting report change? We saw Cabrera lead off the game, and he took the first 3 pitches of the game.
It can change quickly. I mean, you know, first time around through the lineup, if he's finding the strike zone and working ahead and not working behind, he fell behind Kuzma off 3-0, and he came back to strike him out.
And here he gets Headley on 3 pitches. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Well, Oliver Perez made his debut, his major league debut as a Padre in Mission Valley at the Q 7 years ago in 2002, June 16th against the Mariners. He was just 20 years old, went 5 innings, got the win, struck out 7, allowed 2 runs in picking up his first big league victory.
Ooh, and I mean, he could bring it.
Came up from Double-A Mobile and only made 4 Double-A starts, Perez. And then made 15 starts with the Padres in 02 and went 4-5 with a 3.50 ERA. He and Peavy were the 2 guys that came up then. And big guns at that time out of the minor leagues. Just low strike to Kyle.
And right now, he's slinging that fastball in the strike zone. And so now that he's showing that he can, you know, throw that ball in the strike zone, hitters are going to get a little bit more aggressive here.
And you saw the catcher Snyder wanted it up, and it is high to Blank, so ball and 2 strikes. Six homers for Kyle, all since the All-Star break.
Right now, Oliver Perez is not only throwing strikes, but he's locating. Snyder wanted that ball down and away, and Kyle Blanks, all he could do was foul it off. See, the ratio is good. He's throwing a lot of strikes.
Fly ball to left field to Corey Sullivan, back just a couple of steps. Perez has set down the first 6 San Diego batters of the game at the end of 2 from Petco Park, 2-0 New York. Hard in theaters August 14th. Gorgeous Friday. Game 2 of this 4-game series. Padres and Mets. New York out to the early 2-0 lead in the top of the third. Mets third baseman David Wright leading off. And a first pitch strike. Well, in his first at bat in the first inning, Wright fell behind 0-2, came back, singled in a run. So David Wright is now in his career 7 for 9 against Kevin Correa. And look what he's done just overall in his last 15 at bats. 7 hits.
Yeah, he's starting to heat up a little bit. Good young player, David Wright.
A 2-1 delivery. Well, on this date a year ago, he had 20 home runs. He has 8 this year. But then again, a year ago, he was hitting .284, and he's hitting .326 this year.
You know, there's been a lot of discussion about it. People.
Hot shot, one hopper off the glove of Eck and into center field. And Wright leads off the third with a base hit.
There's some people who think that he's going to take a year and see how high an average he can hit, see what he'd have to sacrifice. But you know, good hitters are good hitters. And that's a P up the middle. David Eckstein tried to knock that ball down, and it bounced off his glove in the center field for a base hit. So I think some of it has to do with the injury factor. No Delgado, no Beltran, no Jose Reyes. And you go from, you know, being one of those guys in the 4, 5, 6 part of the order to being the guy in the order. Teams aren't going to let him beat you. There's just no question he's right now the most talented hitter in this lineup, and you're just not going to let him beat you. So we talked earlier about his ability to steal bases, 23 stolen bases. Henry Blanco, remember the first time he broke and went for the pitch out there. Couple of all-stars over there having themselves a conversation about something.
Something with some humor. I've seen some smiles.
Yeah.
By the way, David Wright, who's 2 for 2, his 40th multi-hit game of the season.
And David Wright showing that he can pick up the signs and have a conversation at the same time.
Definitely multitasking.
Yeah, takes a quick look to see what the count is.
There he goes. Looked like the hit and run was on there.
David Murphy did a nice job of fouling that ball off, and you see he's swinging a good bat here. 7-game hitting streak, a couple of doubles. Couple of knocks last night.
Breaks his bat. One hopper. Eck. Cabrera. Adrian. 4-6-3. Padres turn their 102nd double play of the season.
Nice pitch by Correa. Eckstein took that on the short hop. Nice feed to Cabrera. See him get in his kitchen a little bit, crack that bat. You see Eckstein take it on the short hop. And the ball got there so quickly, David Wright didn't have a chance to get all the way down there. He just peeled off to the left.
Right fielder Jeff Francoeur ahead in the count now, 2 balls, no strikes.
Francoeur's a guy that has had some success in New York. Kind of struggling a little bit in 257 in Atlanta. Goes to New York and again.
Line to the center. And he's 2 for 2. I guess the old change of scenery can be a legitimate reason for a trade.
Yeah. Well, they waited and waited and waited in Atlanta. And I'll tell you what, that's a pretty good swing right there.
Yeah, they certainly wanted to make it work in Atlanta, his hometown.
Yep.
And
sometimes it's good to get away. In 82 games with the Braves, he had 35 RBIs already, and 20 with the Mets. He's got 19 and 4 homers. And he's hit the ball crisply 2 times tonight.
Five Mets hits now. Over low to Corey Sullivan. Sullivan walked on 4 pitches in the first inning. First year in the Mets chain for Sullivan, who been with the Rockies prior to that. 2-0.
Yeah, you just hate to see Correa struggle like this because that pitch count is starting to mount. Only in the 3rd inning, but
35 pitch first inning, and now he's at 63 pitches through 2 2/3.
when you see the ratio, that's what tells the story.
Almost 50-50.
Yep, and you need to be usually 2-1. Every now and then you'll see a 3-1. 3 strikes for every ball. And Francoeur bluffed like he was going to go.
Two and 2 on Corey Sullivan. 2-0 Mets. New York scoring twice in the first.
Somebody saw the bluff. Carrera throws over there.
And another throw. Two to Corey Sullivan. Fastball missing. And a full count. Just has not had the good command of the fastball tonight.
He doesn't. And sometimes there's nights like that. And he got out of the first with only two runs, and this inning's come up with a good pitch for the double play ball, but
sharply passed into right. The lead runner, Francoeur, to third, and runners will be at the corners. That's the 3rd hit of the inning. X had some very hard hit balls hit in his direction tonight.
This is another breaking ball, and that ball's hit on the button. Eck trying to come up with that on the short hop. Unfortunately, doesn't come up with it. 6 hits already in 2 2/3.
Second baseman Fernando Tatis battled Correa in the first before hitting it to an inning-ending fielder's choice on the first pitch strike. Correa has had 5 3-ball counts, 2 full counts now tonight. The last one resulting in a Corey Sullivan base hit. And the block by Blanco.
Yeah, nice block by Henry.
The second Mets run in the first inning scored on a wild pitch.
So try to shift his body over and keep that ball in front.
And then steps off the rubber. Fouled away by Tatis. 1-2. Fernando Tatis, who has resurrected his career in New York. Kind of fell off the map for a while.
Yep. Disappeared and got another opportunity and has swung the bat.
Runner from first takes off. No throw by Blanco, and Corey Sullivan. It's his second stolen base in 16 games this season with New York. Blanco seemed more concerned with Francoeur at third, that if a throw had gone through, that perhaps he was going to try to steal home. Fly ball to right, Blanks backpedaling, now to his left. 3 singles in the inning, but the Mets fail to score. Maybe there's a future Hall of Famer right there.
As we take on the New York Mets at 105 and receive a free Padres mini bat.
All kids 14 and younger receive a Padres mini bat presented by Cox Channel 4 San Diego. Visit Padres.com to get your tickets. You know how you can tell it's getting later in the season? Because it's 8 o'clock. It's getting dark. It's a lot earlier. It's still early August.
I was going to say it's cooler.
That too.
It's warmer. I mean, it was warm the last couple of days, but today's late last night, or later in the game last night, we had some cloud cover. It was a little cooler today.
1-0 to Will Venable. He's high. We were at Seattle for interleague play right during the first day of summer, so it was like daylight till about 10:30 up there. It was only 7-8 weeks ago. Now it's just about dark at 8 o'clock.
Ooh.
Held off his leg.
It's one of those hacks. You're ahead in the count, 2-0. You're looking for a heater. He comes inside and bow. You take it right on the knee, on the side of the knee, and that'll leave a mark. That's going to hurt for a couple of days. And that's your reminder. See the baseball. Try not to anticipate. See where Snyder wanted that ball, and it was in. And
2-1 from Perez. Trying to bring that breaky ball to the inside corner, but missed inside. 3-1. On the left field side foul.
well, so far, no walks for Oliver Perez. He's been from the windup first couple of innings. You see the ratio is pretty good. 21 strikes, 11 balls.
It's that 2-to-1 ratio you were speaking
Yep.
of.
And when he's gotten deep in the count, he's been able to pound the strike zone.
There is his fourth strikeout. He gets Venable looking.
3-2. You're just not believing that he can throw that pitch for a strike, and that's a really good breaking ball.
There's the Hall of Famer Ricky Henderson enjoying dinner up in the luxury box. Strike to Henry Blanco. Signing a few autographs.
Well, see, now you got to add that HOF 09 on there.
Adds that little extra second to the autograph signing. There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
He's got an assembly line going there. 0-2 to Henry. Held up on a pitch in the dirt.
First couple of months after you get inducted, that happens a lot. You're signing a lot. Knowing Ricky, he probably just signed his name and tried to sneak by without adding HOF. They called him on it. There you go. There it is. Yeah, he's like, hey, I got to add HOF.
Line towards the left field corner, and there is the first San Diego hit. It could go for extra bases and will indeed for Blanco. A one-out double.
Nice job by Henry there. Down in the count. It's a breaking ball into the left field corner. Just talking a minute ago about Perez has been from the windup all night. And so now Blanco doubles, puts Perez in the stretch, and let's see if he can continue to pound the strike zone.
Correa. High fly, shallow right center. And Francoeur squeezes out number 2. Hey, follow the road to Wintersville to Sequan every Monday and Wednesday now through August 12th and win a share of over $500,000 in cash and hot new Corvettes. Some may be asking why Correa wasn't bunting, but with one out and a runner at second, it really changes the strategy, doesn't it?
Yeah, a lot of times with one out, you don't want to give away that out. You give him an opportunity to drive in the run. He's already in scoring position. And the pitch wasn't exactly what you were looking for, but it was a fastball, and Correa flied out.
Top of the order, Everett Cabrera, who struck out in the first inning. Hop foul at the plate. All right, second time through the order now, Tony, and change of approach, or is Padre hitters convinced that Perez is going to be more around the plate than normal?
Well, I got to say right now, you got to be convinced that, hey, he's throwing his fastball and his breaking ball for a strike. Started Cabrera off with a breaking ball. And so now I'm guessing the aggressive meter goes up a little bit here. His velocity's been good. He's been anywhere from 89 to 93 tonight. Surprising thing to me is he's throwing that breaking ball for a strike. That's normally his strikeout pitch where he doesn't throw it for a strike, but he's been able to throw it for a strike.
It's the outside corner there with it.
$80 miles per hour. He's got a really good, looks like he's got a good feel for it.
Fouled back by Everett. One time through the order, 4 strikeouts for Perez, 1 Padre hit, the double by Blanco. And he's ahead of Cabrera, a ball and 2 strikes. Strikeout number 5. 3 of them have been looking. The Ricky memorabilia on display, and we'll hear from Ricky shortly. The Aflac trivia question for tonight.
Aflac!
Hey, it's Ricky's night, so let's ask you this. What singer was Ricky Henderson named after? A lot of people thinking to themselves, I didn't know Ricky was named after a singer.
I didn't. I did not know that.
Good question. We'll have the answer for you soon. And that's 4th, 8-9 at 1. The catcher, Brian Schneider, looks at a strike. He was a strikeout victim of Correa in the second inning, the only case so far tonight for Kevin. Quickly ahead here, though, 0-2.
Nice job. Fastball strike, curveball, foul ball.
This is away, a ball and 2 strikes. Mets scored their 2 runs in the first. A David Wright RBI single, and then Wright would eventually score from third on a wild pitch. Mets have 6 hits tonight. All 6 have been singles. Ray up to 75 pitches with nobody out in the fourth.
Well, the Mets have left 5 runners on base, too. They've had some opportunities. Correa's been able to get Tatis out twice with guys in scoring position. So
well, the Mets left 2 on in the first, left 1 in the second, and stranded 2 more on base in the third. From 0-2 to 3-2. Fouled back by Snyder.
That last pitch, Correa going away.
Target time for fan Snyder. On the fourth.
Looks like a pretty good little cutter here, or slider. Snyder swings right over the top of it, down and in.
Perez swung at the first pitch in his first at bat, hit a hot 1-hopper back to the mound. This time takes ball 1. Taking and a strike.
Yeah, Perez is pretty athletic. He's a guy that can handle a bat. So as we saw in his first time up, so don't be fooled because he's taking a pitch here. Going up there old school, no batting gloves, bare hand.
Has the sleeve for the pitching arm, but not the glove arm.
Nope.
Pitch and looking, 2 down. Back-to-back strikeouts. Hey, Padre fans, are you looking for a great deal? With Coca-Cola Value Weekends, you can get an upper reserve ticket, a hot dog, and a Coke, all that for only $12 for any Friday through Sunday regular season home game. You can get your tickets early and save. Go online to Padres.com. Top of the order. And the center fielder, Pagan. Bunts, foul. Razor Shines, the third base coach. There's Razor Shines.
Been in baseball a long time.
Luis Alicea, the first base coach. On speed strike, 0-2.
Was able to throw that breaking ball for a strike.
Long stare in by Correa. Now gets the side he wants, and an 0-2 to Pagan. High fly left field. Henley has it measured. Correa has his first 3 up, 3 down inning, and is sent down 4 in a row. Art of the order coming up for San Diego. What singer was Ricky Henderson named after? And the answer, Ricky Nelson. Is this true?
That is true.
That is true. Wow. Not many people know that, I bet.
No, I think my mom was crazy about Ricky Nelson.
Not one, but two Hall of Famers in the booth. This is great. Ricky Henderson with Tony Gwynn. Glad to have you back in San Diego.
Oh, it's great to be here. This is a great place to be, a great place to come. And, I enjoy coming back to San Diego. Like I said, when I first came over here as a teammates, it was a kept secret type of city, a kept secret ball club. And the way the fans treat the ball players, I think is outstanding.
Okay, let's get right to the stuff, man. How'd they treat you in Cooperstown?
Oh, they treated me great. They treated me like a rookie.
Rookie.
They do all the tricks for a rookie.
So there's a little initiation, a little hazing.
Oh,
huh?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So what goes down here?
They make you sweat it out until Sunday. Frank Robinson told me you're not a Hall of Famer until after you finish that speech on Sunday.
Yeah, he kept telling me every day that you're still not a Hall of Famer. I say, I have made these. You're still not a Hall of Famer until you finish. Today is up. So I guess I finally became a Hall of Famer.
Oh, absolutely.
And then again, in my speech, and he's from the Bay Area, and he's from the parks that I played with. And he goes, you forgot to tell the old hometown boy hello to him. So, I always say to Frank that say hello to him every time I get the chance to speak there.
That hit right on the right knee and makes the walk up to first base to begin the bottom half of the fourth.
Now, X taking some tough hit by pitches this year, and that was a slider that he couldn't get that back leg out of the way.
And he's aboard to begin the inning with Adrian coming up. And you had some really great milestone moments as a Padre.
Yes. Like I said, I had a great time. I had a great time here. And like I said, it came into some special moment in my career to be able to set the all-time run, record score, and also the walk, the things that, helped me become a great base stealer. But, like I said, I got that special hit that, that I thought I would never reach 3,000 hits, because I think I got into walking too much, so I didn't think I needed all the hits. But that was a great milestone that day.
Adrian takes outside. Now, your 3,000th hit came on Tony's last day, and you were reluctant to play that game, really?
I felt a little odd about based on because it was such a special day for Tony. Tony in San Diego was, he'd been his hometown and he'd been in San Diego all his career, and I didn't want to take nothing away from that. But he came to me and wanted me to play on his day, and he felt it would be a lot special if I played that day. So overall, when I got the 3,000 hit, it was a very, very special day, and I got the chance to see his day and share it with him.
1-4-3 double play, 1-6-3 double play. Rounded into by Adrian, and there's two down here in the San Diego fourth inning.
See, I tell that story, and I tell people how sincere you were about not wanting to play that day. You wanted me to enjoy my last day, and I had to. No. There are going to be 45, 50,000 people here wanting to see you get your 3,000th hit. And so I had to con him into come out and take an extra batting practice with me. And my last day, I'm going to take extra. And he came out, and he was taking batting practice and doing like he normally did, talking to himself, come on, Ricky, stay down, Ricky. And sure enough, I told him, I said, look, you can get this today. And he did. And it was awesome to be a part of that.
Cruz grounds to first. A 7-pitch inning for Oliver Perez. Ricky, can you stay around just a little bit longer, I hope?
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll take a timeout. More with the two Hall of Famers when we return to Petco Park. Mid-game recap brought to you by Murray Lampert Construction. Need more space for quality, integrity, and value? There's only one company to call, Murray Lampert Construction. Log on to murraylampert.com. We're into the top of the fifth inning. 2-0 Mets leading. We have the two Hall of Famers, Tony Gwynn, Ricky Henderson. Talking a little baseball on this Friday night at Petco Park.
Now we got. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mark.
I was just going to ask you, of the records that you hold, is there one that's more special than another?
Yeah, I think the run score record
Run
is
score?
more special to me. I think I have had the walk record and the stolen base record, but I always put them together, and it gave me a chance to score a run. So I think that's the most important. And baseball is built on which team can score the most runs to win the ball game.
October 4th, 2001, he actually homered off Luke Prokopec of the Dodgers, and you knocked yourself in, so you slid into home plate.
I slid in home plate. All the big RBI guys, they was, making bets in the clubhouse that they was going to be the one to knock me in. So I finally got the chance to do it myself. So, I took the glory out of the big guy. So I ended up sliding in home plate, and my teammates was around. I think that made it very special to me to be able to slide in the home place and be able to be greeted by my teammate was a great feeling.
So was number 19 kind of mouthing off like he may be able to knock you in?
Huh? Number 19?
Yeah.
That's me.
Tony Gwynn? Yeah.
I know you keep getting I thought you said I'm about to knock in number 19. Yes, he had a chance too.
Yeah,
to knock in.
I had chances.
He had a chance, but see, when you lead off a ball game and you end up hitting the home run, then nobody really had a chance to get up there for that one at bat to try to see can they drive me in if I was on the base path.
Hey, that brings up another great question because was it 81 times you let off a game with a home run, and you hit close to 300 home runs in your career, but it's pretty incredible to lead off a game that many times with a home run.
Yes, but see, that dictate baseball because they didn't want to walk me. So a lot of time when I come up to the first at bat, the pitcher is trying to not walk me. So they're trying to get the ball over the plate and throw me some strikes. And a lot of time they make a mistake, and it really grew me a pitch right down the middle of the plate. First at bat just to see what can I do with the pitch, or I'm going to take the pitch and work the counts.
Well, my favorite home run. We have a replay of my favorite home run that you hit, and so after this pitch, I want you to critique this home run for me because to me it's got all the elements.
I think that was a pitch that it was a fastball. It was right down the plate. And, I put a good swing on it.
Oh, yeah, you did.
A lot of time when you put a good swing on it, you hear the crack of the bat, you know what's going to happen. And, I had that little flare to pick and, run towards the dugout and stuff like that. And sometimes a lot of pitchers felt that I was, showing them up a little bit. But, I think not being a home run hitter and then finally develop on how to hit home run, it just gave me a lot of thrill that I was capable to hit the ball in the ballpark, and I was just so happy that the ball be going over the wall, and I just get excited. I get more excited than the fans get excited. So I wouldn't really try to show nobody up. I was just enjoying the home run.
He loved to play. That's the thing. It's that with Ricky, every day was an adventure, because he could hurt you so many ways. He could walk, steal a base. He could stand there, like he said. Pitchers tried to get ahead. He'd hit a ball out of the ballpark. He's a Gold Glove defender.
Behind the bag at third, Kuz, long throw, and they get Frank Thor. The double by David Wright, and he is stranded at second base. Ricky, a pleasure. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot for everything.
True Hall of Famer.
darn buffet there is in the world at Valley View Casino. All you can eat lobster buffet when you join the Players Club. 30 feet of fresh seafood. Just think, it's like from here to Escondido. 12 miles northeast of Escondido, valleyviewcasino.com. Get all your information there. And remember, Lenny the Lobster is waiting for you.
Home half of the fifth, and Chase Headley leading off. 2-0 Mets leading. Headley then blinks and Venable. High fly, center field. Pagan. A few steps shy of the warning track. And one out in the Padre fifth inning. Well, great to have Ricky Henderson. I'll tell you what, we could have spent hours with Ricky.
Well, I'm glad. I'm surprised they sat him at the Punch and Judy table at the Hall of Fame. That's usually reserved for us single hitters. He was a little bit more than that.
Outside to Kyle. Ricky here this weekend for the Hall of Fame weekend. Vic Williams tomorrow night. Ricky broke the runs record, Ty Cobb's all-time runs record. The lady in attendance who had a sign that said "break the tie," as in Ty Cobb. There's the appeal. The lady here again tonight with that same sign and had Ricky sign it.
It's pretty awesome.
So on the left was from that night. And from the right tonight. And of course, October 4th, 2001 was when he broke it. Down low to Blanks, 2-2. So here's the actual footage of her holding the sign from that day. Two-two pitch. At the knees, and Blanks out looking.
Boy, Oliver Perez is making a lot of us eat our words tonight. I mean, he's located his fastball really good tonight. Again, nipping off that inside corner.
6 strikeouts, Tony, and the last 4 have all been looking. Venable out in front of the breaking ball, strike one.
Yeah, he's really doing a nice job of mixing up his pitches. So the pitch count is good. Strike ratio, he's 2-1. And here lately, here the last couple of innings, he's been able to mix that breaking ball in there.
And again, 0-2.
And like Kevin Correa has had a hard time tonight finding his rhythm, Oliver Perez has found his, and he's found in the strike zone.
You can almost say Perez came out in his rhythm tonight.
Yeah, he really did.
Retired the first 7 Padre batters.
He's had a couple of 3-ball counts tonight, but he's only given up 1 hit. He's only walked 1. Really, he hadn't walked any. He hit X times.
You know, on the flip side of that, I think you got to give Correa some credit on a night when he obviously doesn't have his best stuff. Gave up the 2 runs in the first, but has put up 4-0 since then.
Absolutely, and he's, we've talked about it. He has struggled trying to get that breaking ball in the strike zone, but he hadn't given up anything after the first.
Shallow left coming on Sullivan. Perez retires the Padres in order for the 3rd time tonight. 2-0 New York. And the 6, 7, and 8 batters up. Corey Sullivan, the left fielder, leading off. And up high, ball one from Kevin Correa. Sullivan walked on 4 pitches in the first, then singled his last time up. Shoots that foul into the third base seats. Has to inspect the bat.
Yeah, he was a little bit late on that, and that would be one where you might want to check that label.
Heck at second base. And one gone. Hey, time for the Subway $5 footlong fan poll. Your chance to win Subway's Big Night at the Ballpark and monthly Subway footlong feast. You can text Subway to 269-411 now for your chance to win it. Tonight's question: which of these injuries has had the biggest impact on the Mets this season? Is it Beltran, Reyes, Billy Wagner? I'd have to vote A on that one.
Me too. Me too. I think missing Beltran in the middle of that lineup. I'm sure there's some who would say Jose Reyes being at the top of the lineup, but switch hitter, he's usually their 3-hitter guy. He's a
Tatis skies one. And the shortstop Cabrera still on the infield dirt. I remember the playoff series Beltran had for the Astros before he was a free agent and signed with the Mets. He made himself a lot of money because they could not get him out in the playoffs.
Absolutely. That's very true. And he's been a pretty good player for the Mets. All-Star a couple of times.
Been a good player throughout, going back to his Royals days.
Yep.
Adrian. That's a 6-pitch inning for Correa, who retires the side in order. Play of the year in 05, A, B, or C, Beltran, Wright, or Frank Corr? And the answer, B, David Wright.
And oh, what a play that was.
Blanco leading off, takes down and away. And in case you don't remember, let's take you back. With the bat of Giles and with the right hand.
Bare hand play. That's a tough play. That's like our fan tonight.
Yeah, earlier tonight, the guy with the backhand, bare hand.
Backhand, bare hand with a beer in his hand, too.
That guy. And how do you reward yourself with a large Very large bag of popcorn. It's a rocket to left field, but Corey Sullivan angling back and to his left makes the catch. Henry's hit a couple of balls well, doubled his first time up, which has been the only Padres hit. And there lines out, one gone in the sixth. And Henry, who had a 3-hit game last night, swinging it well. Pitcher spot due up, and Luis Rodriguez will bat for Correa, who gutted his way through 6 innings tonight.
He really did, and deserves a lot of credit for hanging in there when he didn't have his best stuff. Yet he still limits the Mets to 2 runs. The pitch count might have got up a little bit too quickly tonight, but he battled and he kept them at 2. But Oliver Perez tonight has just been a little bit better, only giving up 1 hit. Seems in total control here. He's mixed his pitches up. He's been able to locate his fastball on both halves of the plate. Throw his breaking ball for a strike. He came into this game with a reputation of not being able to be consistent in the strike zone. I think it was 47 walks and 48 in the 3rd innings. And he hadn't been that guy tonight.
The 6 innings for Correa. He gave up 2 runs, both unearned, on 7 hits with 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. Two on the pinch hitter, Luis Rodriguez. First baseman Murphy coming over, but cracked about 10-12 rows. The Padres had the 1-out double in the 3rd from Henry Blanco. Other than that, their only other base runner was the X9 hit by pitch, and he was erased in the double play.
That's what I mean. Perez has been in complete control, really. No walks.
I don't mean this to sound sarcastic in any way or vicious, but he's been very unlike himself tonight.
You're right. You're right. And everybody else has said the exact same thing. Check out the walk, the innings pitch ratio.
Jammed him. And the fly ball to left near the line is caught by Corey Sullivan. 2 away. Stay tuned for a sneak peek of the new comedy, The Goods. Live Hard, Sell Hard, in theaters August 14th. I know Oliver Perez has got the goods.
Yeah, tonight he does.
Seven in a row, he is retired. 2 down, top of the order, Cabrera. Mets came in tonight 6 games under 500, losers of 6 of their last 8. 11 games behind the first place Phillies. Only 2 on Cabrera.
Again, that's what he's been able to do very well tonight, is against the right-hand hitters. He's been able to consistently pepper that inside corner.
He just missed there. Seven strikeouts for Oliver Perez. At the end of 6, 2-0 New York. Happy you could join us on this Friday night. Mark Neely with Tony Gwynn. Mark Grant still on holiday, as they say in Europe. Joe Thatcher, the new pitcher.
Yeah, Joe Thatcher, good numbers here lately. Really throwing the ball well. Last pitched against Atlanta on Wednesday, went an inning. Gave him 1 hit, struck out 2. And he gets the bottom. He gets Oliver Perez leading off the inning. Again, Kevin Correa, 6 innings. Gave up 2 unearned runs. Pitched well. Another quality start. And now, Pods go to the bullpen.
As Bunting fouls it back to the top of the screen. What Perez has done on the mound tonight has been the big story for the Mets. He has struck out 7, which is tied a season high, 3rd time this year for him, including 7 strikeouts in his last start against Arizona.
Well, this is what they'd hoped for when they signed him. Was that he was going to be, that quality guy at the back of the rotation that was going to give them an opportunity every night, or every 5th night.
He is signed through 2011.
I got to believe this is his best performance. Let's go on 6 innings 3 times. But in those 3 times, the walk totals: 6 against the Nationals, 7 against the Dodgers, 5 against St. Louis. So, tonight he hadn't walked anybody. He's been right around the strike, right around the zone all night long. He's been able to mix his breaking ball in there. And again, you have to tip your cap, because the Padres scouting report, I guarantee you, said be patient, wait him out, make him throw you a strike. And I said it myself. That's was going to be the game plan. And tonight he's just been pounding the strike zone.
Well, I guess you can't really discredit that scouting report. I mean, you go on past history, and until he can prove you wrong.
You know what? It's accurate until he proves you wrong. And it looked like a pretty good pitch. When he comes out and he's pounding the strike zone and he's mixing up his pitches. Joe Thatcher thought he nipped off the outside corner.
To third, and Kuz makes the catch on the line about ankle high. Thatcher has retired the first two here in the seventh.
And just from the Mets side, after that, the way that first inning started, you'd have thought they were going to put a bunch of runs on the board. And Kevin Correa struggled, but he shut them down. And now the Padre offense is going to have to figure out a way to get something going against Oliver Perez.
Shortstop Alex Cora, a ball and a strike. Cora has grounded out twice and fly to center. Two and two. And the fans respond to a play made by a fan of the second deck.
Padre fans showing some athleticism up in the stands tonight.
They're inspired by the Hall of Fame weekend.
I guess so.
Pretty good breaking ball. Thatcher again thinking he had that inside corner.
This doesn't happen very often, but watch Alex Cora. He thinks it's strike three. He's walking back to the dugout. Whoops. Wait a minute. Buddy Black looking.
He called himself out on the previous pitch.
He did.
He's down on the second step of the Mets dugout. Nine-game hitting streak for Cora. 0 for 3 tonight. And he went there. They have to throw to first to complete the strikeout, and Blanco does to retire the side. Thatcher, good inning. Sets him down in order. Time to stretch at Petco Park. Eck hitting the knee with a pitch in his last plate appearance.
Padres need to get something going. You got 9 outs left. Well, Oliver Perez has been outstanding. Pretty much been in the windup all day, all night.
Three and 0.
Pitch number 80 for Oliver Perez.
His 4th 3-ball count. And there is his first walk of the night. And it comes ahead of Adrian. Our comparison brought to you by Marvin K. Brown, San Diego's newest Mitsubishi dealer. 29 home runs for Adrian as he comes to bat here. He's already had back-to-back 30-plus home run seasons, and he's 1 home run shy of making it a franchise best 3 in a row.
Well, I don't think there's any doubt sooner or later he's going to hit number 30 and be all by himself.
Ball 1 inside.
I've got to believe it's not going to take long for somebody to get up in that bullpen. David Wright comes in and
Coach gets up.
they weren't going to wait very long. And again, that's the track record speaking. You know, he'd been pretty solid all night long, and then all of a sudden you watch Eckstein for his first walk of the night. And now he's followed behind Adrian 2-0.
Warren, the pitching coach, trotting out to the mound. You know, athletics, as Bud Black says, is a performance-based event, whatever you play. And even though he had 6 dominant innings, once you start showing traces of what has plagued you in the past, guys don't sit around on their hands, do
They
they?
don't wait very long. Just not going to wait very long.
2-0 on Adrian. Longest outing this year, 6 innings. That's where he is right now. The second start of the year, he went 6 innings against the Padres in New York and allowed just 1 run. There's a strike. The difference, though, is the pitch count. You know, 112 pitches is his high in a game, and he's just at 84.
Yeah. And the ratio is still not bad. He's still. Let's see, earlier in the game, that's where he was able to throw a strike. He was behind in the count. He's shown he had the ability to throw the breaking ball for a strike.
Back-to-back walks to begin the 7th. After allowing only 2 total base runners in the first 6 innings. And he retired 8 in a row coming into this frame. 2 on for Kuz. Kevin fanned in the 2nd, went down swinging in the 4th. Rounded out to first, and Daniel Murphy. There's the first pitch strike.
Again, he didn't give in with a fastball either. Threw him a breaking ball.
Cruz to chase one off the plate, 0-2.
The last pitch looked like it had some run going away from Kuzma now. take a look. A little sinker, a little bit of running away.
The RBIs for Coos. Two on, nobody out in the San Diego Summit. 2-0 New York. Out of play right side.
Yeah, Perez challenging him with the fastball up in the zone. Padres need a hit right here.
And only one tonight. A double by Blanco in the third. Up and away. Stabbed by Schneider.
Nice grab by Schneider. You know, with those runners moving up in the scoring position.
One, two from Perez. Fly ball to right. Beck wants to tag. Throw comes in. One out. Here comes the left fielder, Chase Headley.
Take a look at that last pitch. He kind of left it out over the plate. Kuzmanov not happy with himself. He wanted that ball in. Instead, it was out over the plate.
Stokes, who is heating quickly in the pen, now taking the time to hydrate and slow down a little bit. Headley fan looking in the second. It fly to center in the fifth. High drive, left center field. Pagan at the track, leaps. Can't come up with it off the fence. Here comes Eck to score. Throw to the plate, not in time. It is a double for Chase Headley, and it's 2-1. There's the big hit the Padres have been waiting for tonight. Headley.
And that's, yeah, right, that's the big hit. Chase Headley jumped on that pitch, and Angel Pagan gave it a great effort. Unfortunately for the Pods, they had to wait to see if this ball is going to be caught, because it looked like he was going to be able to make the play. And there's Corey Sullivan right there to make the relay. You see, ball kicked back towards the infield. So the Padres next time barely able to get in to get scored the first run.
Runners are at second and third with one out. Jerry Manuel comes out, and that's going to be all for Oliver Perez, who does go 6 1/3 innings. Stop by Discount Tire for a free tire inspection and air gauge. If you're not satisfied with one of their tires, feel free to bring is over his last 12 appearances. So he has been very effective. Facing blanks.
Right-handers only hitting .222, and this is a situation where they're going to play the infield back. So ground ball to short, second. Adrian could come in to score. Stokes, of course, looking for the strikeout here.
Hit blanks in the batter's box. Foul ball. And it's 0-2. Kyle against the starter Perez. Fly to left in the second and was called out on strikes in the fifth. RBI double from Headley. Missed a 3-run home run by about 5 or 6 feet.
I thought he got it myself. I was holding my breath. I thought he got enough.
The strikeout is out number 2.
That's a good little sinking fastball in on the right-hander's hands. That's the movement. That ball darts down and in. And that's a tough pitch.
Center fielder Will Venable, the first base open, will be put on. Going to bring up Henry, though, who's not only swung it well tonight, swung it well last night with 3 hits. Jerry Manuel opting go with the percentages and walk the lefty with the base open.
As hot as Venable's been, that's a good call, I think. First base is open.
Yeah, why not put him on in that situation?
4 homers on the homestand.
Stokes, who's from Riverside, California. Now we'll face Henry Blanco. Henry is double to left and line to left. 1 for 2. Slow tap. The catcher picks it up and steps on the plate for a force out to end the inning. Schneider got the force at the plate to end the frame. And the Padres settle for 1. Hey, don't go anywhere, because coming up next is a special look at the hilarious new comedy The Goods, Live Hard, Sell Hard, starring Jeremy Piven, in theaters August 14th. on this date in 1962, August 7th of 62, the Mets fell to 29-82, 46 and a half games out of first with a 7-5 loss to the Dodgers. The expansion Mets were the punching bag for a lot of teams back in that particular year. They lost 120?
Yeah, 120, I think it was.
Mike Adams, the new pitcher for San Diego.
Well, still fulfilling his normal role, the 8th inning. Only they're down a run instead of ahead by a run. Outstanding numbers, good ERA, good opposing batting average. He's really excelled here. And the first guy he's facing has had a big night, too.
3 for 3, David Wright. A couple of singles and a double. A run scored. He's knocked in a run. Now the Padres get a run in the 7th, despite 3 walks and a double in the inning. If the base is loaded.
Yeah,
very rare catcher force out at home.
Yeah, a little bad luck for the Padres. The double by Headley, ricocheted off the wall, and Sullivan made a nice play back in the play up.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Wright has had a couple of 4-hit games this season. No Met has had a 5-hit game this year. Strikeout of Wright for the first out of the 8th.
Good pitch by Adams, challenging him on the outside part of the plate. David Wright a little bit late.
Hitter is first baseman Daniel Murphy. He's flied out, grounded into a double play, and grounded out. Two runs, 7 hits for New York. The Padres 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, which has led to the 2 men runs in the first, both unearned. Right at the first baseman, Adrian Gonzalez. 2 outs. Big appetite, small budget. Satisfy both with Saquon Cicino's incredible all-you-can-eat prime rib buffet now for only $10.
You said error, Mark. Normally when you hear error, it's somebody booting a ground ball or somebody making a bad throw. This happened on a stolen base attempt. You see that ball go in his glove and come out, and Randy Marsh, the umpire, originally called him out and then saw the ball come out of his glove, called him safe. So they get an error. Cabrera gets the error. And then a base hit by Wright. A base hit by Francoeur, a walk, and 2 runs are on the board, both unearned. And Oliver Perez has made it stand up.
And Perez goes 6 1/3, 1 run. Struck out 7, fouled off right side by Francoeur. The second time this year that Perez has gone 6 or more innings against the Padres, allowing just 1 run. Second start of the year back in New York in April, went 6 innings, allowed 1 run against San Diego. Got the win that night as the Mets won 7-2. That was April 15th. Into the glove of Blanco. Foul tip, 1-2.
Was that the first game at Citi Field that night?
That was the 3rd game.
3rd game.
Second game, pardon me.
Because the Padres were the first team to play there, right?
Right. They won the first game there, 6-5. The Padres did. Then lost the second game, 7-2 to Perez. Won the rubber game of the series behind Jake Peavy, 6-5. And the Padres, the Mets opened up Citi Field. There's a strikeout. Francoeur, 2 Ks in innings for Mike Adams. He's still his dominant self with that performance. Mets leading 2-1, bottom of the 8th inning. Recently acquired Anderson Hernandez takes over at second base for the Mets. We saw him about a week and a half ago in Washington, D.C. with the Nationals. Tony Gwynn Jr. leads off, pinch hitting. And Stokes. Tony's saying he was hit on the carom. Plate umpire Norman Hudson not by.
Well, let's take a look. I think that ball hit his back foot. I'm sure that ball hit his back foot.
Hit the left toe.
And a little skip right off the top of his shoe. I guess Junior didn't sell it good enough.
High 2-0.
Believe
balls,
me,
no strikes.
Believe me, as a hitter, you don't want to. You know, his run is obviously important here, and you sure don't want to get to first base like that. But in this point, you're down a run. You need to get on.
3-1. We're batting for Mike Adams. On the left field side, foul.
Well, the first pitch he threw Henry Blanco with 2 outs and the bases loaded was a good sinker down and in. Let's see if he challenges him here.
Stokes got the final 2 outs of the 7th. 97. That was belt high or up even a little more than that.
That was ball 4.
Yeah. But close. It was too close for Tony to take. Fouling back, 3-2 still. Lines it into center field for a base hit. Pinch hit single for Tony.
And that's a nice job. I mean, he fouled off the pitch before I thought was ball 4. But he gets a ball in the strike zone, and Stokes is rushing it up there 95, 96 miles per hour. And he sets his foot down, and he turns that right back around, hit it right back where it came from. So that's him giving the Padres exactly what they need, a leadoff batter and getting on base, and now you got some options.
Top of the order, and Cabrera, who fanned all 3 times against Perez. Right in on the grass at third. Cabrera's shortening and taking high.
You got infielders moving here now. He shows bunt. Murphy's charging from first.
Are you hinting that this may be a good time to switch away and try to hit one through the...
Well, I'm just saying I saw a lot of movement there. I saw, infielders moving.
Once it fouled back.
And again, you see infielders, David Wright and Murphy on the other side charging hard. And Anderson Hernandez trying to get over to get to first base. Alex Cora going to second base. And when you get that kind of movement, we've seen... Yeah, let me show you what I'm talking about. As he starts to go, you see the corners are charging. Hernandez at second's trying to get to first. Cora's going over to second. You've seen Ethereth walk up there and just try to play Pepper to the left side.
Takes a strike, 1-2. Still bunting, lays it down. Stokes takes a look at second, goes to first. With Tatis covering. The 1-4 sacrifice for Cabrera, who advances Gwynn down to second.
That's a nice job right there by Cabrera. Still able to get the bunt down. Stokes looked at second, decided against it, and went to first.
Average with runners in scoring position, 100 points higher than his overall average on the season. Fastball at 96, strike 1. Gave it in the first, popped out to short. Then in the fourth, hitting the knee with a pitch. He walked leading off the 7th and scored the lone Padres run in that inning. Late swing and a miss.
And that looked like that sinker he threw Blanco was down in the zone.
Stokes ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Nick gets a piece and tops it foul. Mets scored 2 in the first, both unearned. Padres 1 in the 7th. It's a 1-run game, last to the 8th. A tying run, Gwynn is at second with 1 out. And 0-2 to Eckstein. He rides inside. Crowd on this Friday night at Petco Park.
Padre fans looking for a rally.
Fastball outside. And he's getting it up there, 97 miles per hour.
It's going to have to go down the line or in the gap. And they've shallowed, outfielders have shallowed up.
Breaks his bat. One hopper cut off by the shortstop. Throw to first. And Cora gets the out. And Gwynn remains at second.
Yeah, I think he was surprised. He didn't know for sure if that ball was going to be caught. He broke his bat. You see that ball's in the air, so you don't know for sure if he's going to catch it or not. And, once you stop, you might as well stay there. You're at least in scoring position. Cora goes on and makes the throw to first, but
they'll put Adrian on intentionally. They got Kuzminoff. They didn't have a lefty, Feliciano, up in the bullpen, but have elected to just pitch around Adrian here. Right now, a right-hander, Green, is the lone pitcher up.
Yeah, this is Jerry Manuel playing the percentages here. And we talked earlier about David Wright not letting him beat you. Jerry Manuel's not going to let Adrian Gonzalez beat him. And the percentage play is you walk Gonzalez and take your shot at Kuzminoff. Righty against righty.
All three at-bats for Kuz came against the starter, Oliver Perez. A strikeout in the second, ground out to the right side in the fourth, and he fly to right in the seventh. 2 on, 2 outs in the Padres' 8th inning. San Diego trailing by a run. .97 mile per hour fastball, strike one. Runs inside, a ball and a strike.
I just feel like that's how he's going to try to get him out. He's going to try to run that fastball in. Started fastball away, but that sinker down and in under his hands, that's going to be the pitch.
Trying to get under Kuz's knuckles again there, and it's 1-2.
A little sinker, a little run. That ball's running in on his hands.
Kuz is saying that it got him, and the plate umpire Marvin Hudson saw the uniform pillow and a hit by pitch.
See that ball running. If it hit him, it had to hit him on the back leg. And you see the ricochet, yes. Little jersey. Let's take a look, see how they pitched Kuz here. Pitch track, fastball away, 97. Little sinker running in. Sinker again, running in. Sinker ran in too much, nicked a little bit of jersey. And again, Padres have the bases loaded. Who's going to be the guy? Chase Headley. Chase Headley's knocked in the only run tonight for the Pods.
Chase missed a 3-run home run by about 5 or 6 feet. Last time up, settled for an RBI double off the left center field fence. Base is loaded with 2 outs. To first, backhanded. Murphy to the pitcher. And the Padres leave him loaded for the second consecutive inning. We'll go to the 9th, 2-1 New York. Breakfast at the park. You can enjoy specialty breakfast items at select concession stands every Sunday home game. You can enjoy your breakfast from tables on the outfield warning track or the batter's high porch before the game. Get there early because seating is first come, first served. And Park at the Park gates open at 10:30 a.m. Visit Padres.com/breakfast for more details. And in comes Heath Bell.
Heath Bell, 3-1. 187 ERA, 27 saves, although this is not a save situation. Outstanding numbers here. ERA $1.94. Our opponent's hitting a $1.94, so.
As pitched on Monday. The scoreless hitting against the Braves with 2 strikeouts. He'll try to keep it a 1-run game. 2-run, 7 hits for New York. 1-run, 3 hits for the Padres. Mets scored 2 runs in the first, both unearned. Padres with 1 in the 7th on a Headley RBI double. 6, 7, and 8 part of the order for the Mets, and leading off is Corey Sullivan, the left fielder. Sullivan with a walk in the first. He's also singled and grounded out, 1 for 2. The outer half, a strike from Heath. Close, but misses. 2 balls and a strike.
You take away that first inning, and Padre pitching tonight has been tremendous. Bullpen's done a nice job. Thatcher came in, gave him an inning. Adams came in, gave him an inning.
On the ground to the second baseman Eckstein. And again, give Kevin Correa, the starter, credit on a night when he really had to battle his command. Did not have his good stuff. Went 6 innings, gave up 2 unearned runs. And he kept his team right in the game.
Yes, he did.
Anderson Hernandez came in for Tatis in the last inning, so he bats for the first time. Just acquired Anderson Hernandez yesterday in exchange for minor league infielder Greg Veloz. Hernandez, who was traded from the Mets to the Nationals August of last year, reliever Luis Ayala.
Castillo getting hurt the other day.
They're going down the dugout steps.
Yeah, going down the stairs.
Three 3-0. A little inside, a 4-pitch walk to Hernandez. One out base runner for Schneider.
Really surprising. We saw a couple of them tonight. The 4-pitch walk just out of nowhere. Keith Bell's rolling along, throwing strikes, mixing his pitches up, and
curveball, low ball, 1. And out to the mound goes Henry Blanco. The last Mets hit was a David Wright double in the 5th.
It's been a while.
There's a strike from Bell.
Again, the Padre bullpen has just done a super job.
Runner takes off. Cut off by the shortstop Cabrera, and he throws out Schneider. Hernandez to second, 2 away.
Well, the Mets played hit and run there.
Jeremy Reed on the left-handed bat on the Mets bench tonight. Will pinch hit. Breaking ball down and in, ball 1. One-0 pitch. Foul up the first base side.
Jeremy Reed was a former Seattle Mariner. I think when Beltran got hurt, they really thought Reed could be that everyday guy for him out in center field, and he struggled here offensively.
We'll go over the top of that. A ball and 2 strikes. They'll try to send us to the bottom of the ninth. Still a one-run game. Up and away. By the way, Alex Rodriguez just hit a two-run homer in the bottom of the 15th. The Yankees beat the Red Sox 2-0. Wow. To snap a scoreless tie in the 15th inning. Breaking ball outside, full count. Yankees have a 4.5 game lead in the AL East. Up to first, and Adrian overhand to Heath, who wins the race to the bag. A walk to Hernandez, he's stranded. Last chance for the Padres. Blanks, Venable, and Blanco due up. Deal and get a hot dog, regular soda, peanuts, popcorn, and a cookie, all for just $5 at any regular season home game. Now that's a great deal. Pick up your Padres 5 for $5 value deal and your next Padres game. And the Dancing Friar trying to get a rally going here against the closer, Francisco Rodriguez.
And this is why they brought him over here. Save situation here. He's got 24 saves.
Blanks leading off. 2-1 Mets, bottom of the ninth. Fastball from K-Rod outside for ball one.
Fastball's going to be in the low 90s. He's got a good slider and a good changeup. And he's a guy who likes to mix it up. He's going to mix that changeup to go along with the fastball. There's the breaking ball. Sometimes has a tendency to pitch behind in the camp.
It's the fastball at the knees at 93. 2 balls and a strike. Kyle low for 3. This is up high. Good off-speed pitch. Yeah, 3 balls and a strike.
That looked like his changeup right there, but you saw his follow-through. took him off the mound on the first base side.
3-1 to Blanks, leading off the ninth. And he walked him. A leadoff walk to Kyle.
The 4 blown saves. And I thought it was out. Let's see what the pitch track says. Pitch track says it was off. And Rodriguez is one of those guys that works from the first base side of the rubber.
No Venable. Down low. Decision time strategically. I mean, you sometimes play for the tie at home is the old adage, but you've got one of your hottest hitters up at the plate and a lefty-righty matchup.
Yeah, I think that's what Buddy's saying. He's got his hottest hitter at the plate right now.
Another half strike, 1-1.
You know, sometimes the tendency is you see Kyle Blanks over there at first base. There's a changeup, middle of the plate. You see Kyle Blanks over there at first base, and you just don't think, you know, he can run. And if Rodriguez keeps going with that leg kick, you know, Blanks is going to try to steal a bag.
Line right field. That ball's headed towards the corner. It's there. There goes the lead runner, Blanks. He's on his way to third. He's going to be waved around. Here comes the relay home, and he is safe. The winning run, Venable's at third. And we're going to get an argument. Brian Schneider put down a tremendous tag. The plate umpire, Marvin Hudson, called Blanks safe, and it's 2-2.
From the naked eye, it looked like, as you see, the changeup down. Venable goes down and hooks it into the corner. And Francoeur does a nice job of playing the ricochet, gives a good throw to Hernandez. And watch, he puts the glove in front of home plate. Let's see if he gets in there. Ooh.
Out.
Ooh.
Looks like Blanks tagged himself out with a hand there. The Padres catch a break.
Finally, they catch a break. A call goes their way.
But what made that was the relay by Anderson Hernandez,
Yeah.
the second baseman. That was
And Francoeur, too.
And,
he
yeah.
did a nice job. Hit his cutoff man, 2 perfect relay throws.
infield in, nobody out. Winning run at third. Blanco takes down and away.
Perfect relay throw. Nice short hop by Snyder, and you see, look what the umpire's positioning this time. He's right behind Snyder. Nice block. Here's that replay again. Here's the relay. Now see where Hudson is. He steps to the first base side, and he sees Blank's hand slides in there, and that's what he sees. He calls him safe. But the Padres catch a break finally.
2-0 to Henry. Well, really at this point, Rodriguez could walk the bases loaded. He was screened by Schneider. The plate umpire was.
Well, normally they're right. Instead of going up the first base side, the throw was coming from right field. Sometimes they like to stay, directly right where they are when they're calling balls and strikes. But he shifted up the first base line and really didn't get a good look at it.
Salazar waiting on deck to bat for the pitcher. 3-1 to Blanco with the infield in. Strike on the outside edge, 3-2.
Oh, changeup, tough pitch. It's a backdoor changeup, and look, the changeup runs a little bit on the outside corner.
3-2 pitch. At the fastball fouled back. Oh, in this situation, Rodriguez does not have to give in to Blanco here.
He doesn't.
He's trying to get him to chase something.
See if he'll chase a bad ball or he'll chase a ball up in his zone and pop it up. And make a pitch to get a strikeout.
And he walks him. Second walk of the inning.
Really doesn't change very much.
Salazar bats for the pitcher, Heath Bell.
And you see 5 for 18. He's had some success his last couple of times up there.
Now they'll put him on intentionally to load the bases. Not even going to mess around with Oscar. There wasn't much of a pitch out there. They're going to load him up for Cabrera. Heath pitched the top of the ninth. That's a third intentional walk in the last 3 innings given to the Padres.
Now Jerry Manuel's going to come out and talk it over. Cabrera comes up to the plate. Well, we got some shifting going on here. We might have a 5-man infield.
They brought the center fielder Pagan in.
That's what it looks like we're going to get. Frank Coors moved into right center and Sullivan's moved into left center. And Jerry Manuel's letting everybody know, hey, we got to get the out at the plate. And he's pointing towards home plate.
Cabrera 0 for 3 with a sacrifice bunt his last time up in the 8th. And that indeed is what the Mets are going to do. They're going to use 5 infielders. Not counting the pitcher, of course. They brought in the center fielder Pagan. With Sullivan and Frank Corp playing a left center and right center. 2 outfielders playing shallow. Here we go. The first pitch to Cabrera. Backdoor breaking ball, strike 1.
He walks Blanco and then walks Salazar on intentionally and then starts Cabrera off with a backdoor breaking ball. 76 miles an hour strike.
Wave and a miss, 0-2.
From a hitter standpoint, you see Rodriguez giving you all that action as he throws his pitches. Backdoor breaking ball, and then the last pitch was a changeup.
Out in the dirt. Inning began with a walk to Blanks. Venable triple. Blanks safe at the plate. It looked like the Padres got the benefit of a call. Venable the winning run at third. Bases loaded. Nobody out in the San Diego ninth, tied at 2. The 1-2. Little tap up the first base side, and they'll let it go foul. Murphy picks it up in foul territory.
If that ball stays fair, that's a tough play for Murphy.
Ball game over.
Yeah. And see, if you're Will Venable at third base here, David Wright's playing off the bat. So you can get off as far as he's off from third base. Well, the extra infielder is right in the middle, and now he's moved over on the pull side of second base.
Shot foul by Everett. Under the first base, third base side seats. 1-2 still.
And for Cabrera, anything he could get in the air down the lines, this game's going to be over. You know, anything the right fence four's got a tremendous arm. And Sullivan's okay in left.
Another 1-2 from Rodriguez. Breaking ball finishes low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. You would think a big pitch coming here. Rodriguez wouldn't want to go to 3-2, I wouldn't think. So the 2-2 offering. Fouled at the plate. Went up and hit the bat a second time.
Look at that last pitch. See the bottom fall out of that? That almost looked like a split finger.
Potential winning run at third. Bases loaded, nobody out in the Padres' ninth inning. They've scored a run to tie it. Mets scored 2 in the first, both unearned. Padres 1 in the 7th. Padres left the bases loaded in the 7th. Left the bases loaded without scoring in the 8th. And tied it on the RBI triple from Venable here in the 9th.
And again, David Wright's off the bag at third. So if you're Will Venable, you can get off the bag too.
The 2-2. Just missed inside, and it is a full count.
That ball did stay in. He wanted it to run back over the plate, but still, that's a pretty good pitch. Crowd is on their feet.
Bases loaded, and a full count. Cabrera asks for time. The 3-2. High fly, deep right, and this is going to be a walk-off grand slam. Second career home run for Everett Cabrera. Padres win it 6-2 with 5 in the 9th. Well, you knew as soon as it left the bat it was going to be deep enough to win the game, but it gets out of the ballpark. The first Padres grand slam of the season.
What a great stroke right there. He stayed back after all the stuff. Got a fastball down in the zone. After all the breaking balls, all the change-ups, he knew that ball was good enough to get the run in. And it went out of the ballpark for a grand slam. What a great AB. What a great AB.
So the Padres get 5 in the ninth. Win it 6-2 on the Cabrera Grand Slam. And have taken the first 2 games of this 4-game series with the Mets. Cabrera went down and got it. And wins it with the walk-off granny. We'll be back to wrap it up after this.